Hamburg has got himself promoted in real life, so let's give them a rebuild when they are now in the Bundesliga. And after 6, 7, 8 years in the second Bundesliga, Hamburg are at the highest level in Germany once again. And this is how the team is looking before we have done anything or signed anyone. We have some interesting players such as Karabek, for example. Reis, I do believe, has been in Barcelona some time before, if I remember correctly. We also have Koningsdorfer, who is interesting or had potential before at least. But apart from that, we don't really have any really exciting players. But I'm sure we can make some exciting players. And also, let's just take a quick look at the budget before we do anything. We have a total of 33 million euros to buy players for. So we at least have some money. We can buy some quality players as Hamburg is promoted back to the Bundesliga. And we have 3 players here on loan, and I will only sign one of them on a permanent deal, and that is going to be Adam Karabek. And here is Adam Karabek, who's joined us on a permanent deal from Sparta Prague for 4 million euros. And as we can see, we have sold a lot of players here. We sold Jata, Fiare, Ustunali, Glatzel, Shunlau, Ramos. I thought there was more, but we can take a just quick look at the transfer list. I wanted to sell more. Look at all of these players. I wanted to sell all of these because they are in no use, and we had a massive squad, and I will try to include Selke and Sahiti in swap deals, and our budget is now up to 49 million euros. So let's get signings into the team and let's improve the squad massively as it needs, so as it has been promoted to the Bundesliga. And signing number 1 here at Hamburg, it is Koni de Winter from Genoa in a swap deal including Afadli and 8.2 million. And we have our second signing, and it is a central midfielder, Maurits Skjærgaard from Salzburg, including Selke in the deal and 6 million. Signing number 3 to join Hamburg after the promotion, it is Milan van Ewijk from Coventry in a deal worth 7 million and Sahiti. And signing number 4, and it is by far the biggest one. He struggled in the Premier League, but here at Hamburg we will make sure he will be a success. We signed Rasmus Højlund from Man United for 24 million. And I've got to say, we had an absolutely amazing transfer window. Hopefully that makes us stay in the Bundesliga. We signed Van Ewijk, 23 years old, 74 rated. De Winter, 22 years old, 74 rated as well. Skjærgaard is also 74 rated, but he is 21 years old. And the biggest one, Rasmus Højlund, 21 years old, 77 rated. All players have great potential and are going to stay here long term. It will be interesting to see how the rest of the team does, such as Karabek, Dompe, Reis. Are they good enough? Will they be good enough for us to stay in the league? I am unsure. But yeah, we have some strong players that definitely can grow, and maybe Højlund can have a good start to the Bundesliga and carry us. Hopefully that was the plan, as I've invested very much in him. Almost half our budget has gone into a striker. So yeah, let's see where we end the first season. All I want is just to stay in the league. The first season in Hamburg is done, and we've had a very good season. We finished 9th place. The goal was just to stay in the league, and we've easily done so, finishing on the top half of the table. So we'll take that every single day of the week. We scored 55 goals, which is quite a lot actually, but conceded 56, which is almost the most in the league, like the 4th most. So yeah, the defense needs improvement. The DFB Pokal was won by Bayern Munich, of course. The Champions League was won by Barcelona in a El Clasico final. And has the squad grown? Højlund up to 79, Karabek 75, Skjærgaard 78. So we had some very good growth on some players and some decent growth on others. But it's clear that 74, 74 and 74 on these 3 players here in the defense needs an improvement. The attack, we score a lot of goals, so yeah. The DM as well, we definitely need a new DM. 30 years old, 72 rated. Yeah, I'm sorry Meffert, probably a good player in real life, but we need to replace you in this save. And Karabek has actually scored the most goals. He's gone up 4 ratings, scoring 15 goals, getting 2 assists. Højlund scored 13, which is alright. Dompe scored 12 goals and 6 assists, which is really good from him. Skjærgård getting 9 goal contributions, Reis getting 10, and apart from that, nothing to note really. But yeah, we'll absolutely take this for a first season in Hamburg. The board has awarded us with a 39 million euro budget, which I will definitely take considering we aren't even in Europe. And we've got rid of 3 players. We've sold Meffert to France, we've sold Fernandes, our starting goalkeeper, to Mainz, and also our backup goalkeeper Rob to Union Berlin. So 2 starters gone in Meffert and Fernandes. So we need a new defensive midfielder, of course, to replace Meffert, and a new goalkeeper to replace Fernandes and Rob. The first player we have brought in, it is a new goalkeeper from AS Monaco. It is the Polish goalkeeper Majewski for 17.5 million euros. Signing number 2, it is the German central defensive midfielder from Köln. It is Eric Martel, who has joined us for 13 million euros. And the third and final signing, it is just a backup winger as we needed some squad depth, and that is Kamaldeen Sulemana from Southampton for 4.1 million. And here is the squad going into the second season in Germany with Hamburg, and it's looking like a very good squad. We've had more growth than I expected in the first season. That we, for example, have Skjærgård up to 78, Karabek 75, Højlund 80 of course. But yeah, our new signings is the new goalkeeper Majewski, 25 years old, 78 rated. It is the German defensive midfielder Martel, 23 years old, 77 rated. And we also brought in Sulemana just to get in some depth. He can play on the wing, he can play up top. He's 23 years old and 73 rated. So yeah, it will be interesting to see if Karabek can continue his immense growth as he went up 4 rating. Can Majewski and Martel help out our defensive issues, because we of course have Muheim and Perin, who are on the weaker side of ratings in the team. The Winter hasn't grown that much either, so hopefully he can get some growth going as well. So the target is maybe, I would say, top 10 once again. It will be interesting to see Dompe because he delivered a lot of goal contributions last season. Will he continue that or not? Let's find out in season 2. And that's the second season done in Germany, and we have made a big step up in the second season back in Germany. Hamburg, all going wrong now. Hamburg has finished 5th, and we will get Europa League football next season, I do believe. And this save has had a much better start than I first thought it would. RB Leipzig winning the league, Bayern Munich getting a disappointing 3rd place. The DFB Pokal was won by Leverkusen, and the Champions League was won by Real Madrid beating Man United in the final. So Bayern have actually gone trophyless, and yeah, 5th place in just a second season back in Bundesliga for Hamburg is just immense. And we can see some big reasons why. Højlund 83, Skjærgård 82. Our defense have now improved with Van Evik 80, De Winter up to 78, Majewski 80, Martel 80 as well. So yeah, I do think the signings we made had a big improvement on the team, as we are much better defensively, even though I forgot to look at the goals we conceded. And let's see, just 5 clean sheets, which isn't ideal, but yeah. Højlund scoring 18 goals, very good. Karabek continuing his great form, 16 goals, 8 assists from the right winger, up to 78 rated now. Dompe getting 11 goals and 3 assists. He has done well for us, 20 games only. Sulemana has played a lot, scoring 6 goals and 4 assists, but Dompe has done well for us. However, we will sell him in the summer as he is 30 years old, and we all know what that means in career mode. Once you hit 32, you will start to go down, so it's time to get a long-term replacement. Skjærgård 11 assists, Reis 3 goals, 4 assists. So yeah, another very good season at Hamburg. And with European football, the board has given us 65 million euros to improve the team. Thank you very much. And that's the 3 players we were looking to sell have all been sold. Hefti has gone to Werder Bremen. Mr. Dennis Hadzikadunic has gone to Ipswich, and Dompe has also gone to England, joining Leicester City. So we now got even more money to find some good replacements. Welcome to our new left winger, and it's an absolutely huge signing. It is Malik Fofana from Olympique Lyon for 40 million euros. Our second and last signing, it is a new centre back. It is the Greece centre back from Wolfsburg. It is Koulirakis for 32.5 million. And this is how the team is looking going into season number 3 in the Bundesliga. Our new signings, of course, Malik Fofana, 21 years old, 81 rated, and also the new centre back Koulirakis, 80 rated, 22 years old. The squad still looking very good. Højlund up to an 83 rating now. We've got some massive improvements defensively as well, with Van Eyck has grown up to 81. So it's just Muheim now who is really the weakest link in the team. So we maybe look to replace him next season. But yeah, Karabakh, can he continue his immense form here at Hamburg and his growth? Will Højlund still score the goals, and can we qualify for Europe once again? Let's find out. And that is another season done at Hamburg, and we cannot access the table, which means one thing, right? We have gone to the Europa League final and we lost it to Chelsea, so we'll take a look at the table after we've gone through the squad and that. But if we didn't finish in the Champions League spots, that loss is really going to hurt, as we would have gone to the Champions League if we won it, of course. But the team is looking really good. Fofana 83, Højlund 85, Karabakh 82, Shergård up to 86. And yeah, the defense has grown well. Koulirakis is up to 83, Martel 82. So all in all, the squad is looking like a Champions League team most places. Muheim and Reis are on the weaker side, so yeah, maybe they need to look to be replaced. I'm unsure. Or Muheim will definitely be replaced. Reis will probably be moved to the bench. I'd like to see some more growth from De Winter and Van Eyck, but apart from that, the squad is looking very, very good, and have the stats said so as well. Let's see. Karabakh, 31 goals, 16 assists, gone up 4 new ratings. This man is on absolute fire. Højlund scoring 23, which is alright. Fofana not having the best of seasons, but it is fine. Muheim from left back though, 8 goals, 4 assists. Shergård 14 goal contributions. Reis 15. De Winter scoring 4 goals from centre back. So yeah, let's take a look at the table once we have simmed through the season. And as we can see, we have finished 4th in the Bundesliga, which means we will take part of the Champions League for the first time. It's just season 3, but we are absolutely flying in this save. Borussia Dortmund won the DFB Pokal. The Champions League was won by Real Madrid, no surprise there. And the Europa League, of course, Chelsea beat us in the final 4-3. We have 81 million euros to spend on players, and I am going to bring in some German talents, as we are, of course, a German team in the Bundesliga. I will look for a new left back. I'm unsure if there are any good German left backs. However, I know there are some center mids from Germany that are good, and also some center backs if we look to replace De Winter. But yeah, the target is to bring in at least one German striker. No, not striker, starter. And I was looking at it, and Germany actually had a couple of good talented left backs. The one we signed, it is Nathaniel Brown from Frankfurt for 36.5 million. And with us signing Brown, it means we had to sell one of our left backs because we didn't need 3. We've sold Miro Muheim to Spain and Girona for 9.2 million euros. Another German has joined the team, and this time it is central midfielder Rocco Reitz, who's joined us from Borussia Mönchengladbach for 31.2 million euros. So this is how the team is looking with the 2 new signings. Rocco Reitz, 25 years old, 82 rated, and Nathaniel Brown, 24 years old, 82 rated. So we now don't have any players under the rating of 80, and to be exact, everyone is 81 or above. So Champions League football should be happening once again. We should finish in the top 4. I doubt we will go far in the Champions League itself this season, but if we can have another good season in the Bundesliga, get some growth into some players, and hopefully De Winter and Van Eyck will grow as well. But yeah, Karabakh, is it another season of masterclass from you, or will you finally drop off? Hopefully he can continue with his insane form. But yeah, it will be interesting to see if we can get top 4 once again in season number 4. And looking in the top right, the board are not happy with us, and that is extremely weird because we have absolutely dominated the Bundesliga, winning it by 10 points. So I guess we went out early in the DFB Pokal and Champions League. So yeah, I'm sure the Hamburg board would be unhappy with the manager winning the Bundesliga just in the 4th year back. I'm sure about that. Yeah, sure. Bayern Munich won the DFB Pokal, and the Champions League was won by Atletico Madrid. Where did we go out? We went out to Atletico Madrid in the round of 16, so we actually lost to the winners. But yeah, we have won the Bundesliga and the first piece of silverware in the Hamburg rebuild, which is absolutely fantastic. We had the best defense in the league. We had the best offense in the league, which normally means one thing. It is the league title. And this is how the team is looking. We had some decent growth, however the winter isn't growing as I'm hoping, so I will look to replace him in the summer. I will still keep him, but I will move him to the bench so we get some more improved depth. Skjærgård 88, Højlund 87. Karabek not having that insane of a growth this season, however still at 84, which is nice to see. And let's take a look at the stats of the players. Højlund was our top goal scorer with 26 goals. However, Karabek 34 goal contributions. Another insane season by our Czech international. Fofana scoring 17, getting 9 assists. Skjærgård 12 goals, 6 assists. And Rocco Reitz, the debut season, scoring 9 goals and getting 10 assists. So yeah, some good stats, especially for Adam Karabek. We've got 130 million euros to spend, and the board are just giving us all the money we want. So let's spend them on a couple of new signings. I'm just getting straight into it, spending 60 million euros on a new centre back. It is Malik Theo from Spurs. And we have sold Lucas Perrin to Stade de Reims for 8 million euros. We needed some depth in the attacking era once again because we had to loan out 2 of our players because they were unhappy at the team. So we've signed Kevin Shally from Parma for 28.8 million. And the players that had to leave on loan is Koningsdorfer to Wolverhampton for a year, and Suleiman has joined Fulham for a year. So this is how the team is looking going into season. Is it number 5? I do believe. I think so. We have of course our new signing, the only starting 11 signing. It is Malik Theo, 26 years old, 85 rated. It is a make or break season for a couple of players in the team. If they aren't developing all at an alright pace, Van Ewijk, we will look to replace him. Rocco Reitz, we will look to replace him as well. And maybe even Majewski if he doesn't grow to an 85, maybe, I'm unsure. But yeah, we need to at least see some growth in some areas of the pitch. However, maybe we can even reach the Champions League final already. I doubt so, but at least get maybe another Bundesliga title. At least fight for it. And I just had to sell another player because Højlund's contract runs out in a year and I didn't have the money to negotiate a new one. So Sumahoro has gone to Hertha Berlin for 1.7 million, and now we can give Højlund a new contract. Season number 5 is done in the Hamburg career mode, and we once again can take a look at the table. Is that because we have lost another final? Yes, we have lost the DFB Pokal to Bayern Munich in the final. So once again, we have to take a look at the table after we've gone through our squad. And we have our first 90 rated players. Højlund is 90, Skjærgård is 90. And the squad, some of the players has grown well. Reitz is still stuck at 83, so we will look to find a replacement for him. Van Ewijk has gone up 1 rating, which isn't ideal. I'd like to see Brown and Van Ewijk going up a couple of more ratings. But yeah, Karabak is not growing at the pace he was at the start. Fofana is also not at the rating I was hoping he would be. But Karabek, even though he isn't growing at the same pace, he is delivering stats like never before. 31 goals, 18 assists from our right winger. Fofana scoring 19, getting 6 assists. Skjærgård 15 and 8. Højlund, despite being 90 rated, he has had a very disappointing season, scoring just 13 goals and getting 7 assists. Reis doing well from the bench as well. It looks like Reis and Reitz are sharing the game time between them. So yeah, a new starting CM is definitely on the cards. And we have had a disappointing season overall. We finished just third in the Bundesliga. However, I wouldn't say that disappointing looking at the point tally, just 1 point behind the title. We had the best goal difference as well. We finished above Bayern, but this league title race was extremely close. So no trophy for us here unless we won the Super Cup. Yeah, we won the Super Cup, although that, yeah, it's not the biggest of trophies. However, we at least won something. We of course lost the DFB Pokal as well to Bayern Munich 1-0, and the Champions League was won by Real Madrid beating Atletico Madrid. And where did we go out this time? We went out in the we went through to the playoff. We went out to Atletico Madrid again, just 2-1. So we are getting closer to qualifying or getting through to the quarterfinals and above. So I don't think we need to have much more improvements in the team before we are getting closer to the Champions League trophy. And how much money do we have? We have 119 million euros to improve the squad. I will see if I will go all out for a central midfielder or sign a central midfielder and maybe a new right back or a left winger. I think I actually will just go all out to improve our midfield. And we can see Reis is not going to negotiate a new contract because he has submitted a transfer away from the club. So I will sell him instead of Reis. Ideally, I would have kept Reis because he is from the original Hamburg team. However, I can't do anything as he has submitted a transfer request, so Reis will be our backup central mid. And there we have Reis leaving the club, and he has joined RB Leipzig. He's gone to another German team. Reis, I do not appreciate this one. And the only signing we have made in this transfer window is a massive world-class central midfielder signing. It is Andrés Santos from Real Sociedad for 111 million euros. So this is the team. It's basically the same team as last season, but we have signed Andrés Santos, the 25-year-old who's got insane stats, almost in the Hullet gang. He's 87 rated as of now. And yeah, the squad is of course the same, so we haven't really had any growth because we just simulated a couple of weeks into the transfer window. But Van Ewijk is probably your last season unless you are growing. Brown, I need to see some growth for you as well. Same for Fofana, because Karabek is at least delivering crazy stats. Fofana is not getting too involved in terms of goals and assists. So a big season for us. Can we win the Bundesliga again? And can we win the Champions League? Finally, the board are unhappy with us again, and we have won the league title, which is good. We are of course not in the Champions League final, unfortunately, but at least we are back at the top of the Bundesliga. The DFB Pokal was won by Frankfurt, and the Champions League was won by PSG. And where did we go out this time? We went out in the playoff round to Real Madrid. Why are Real Madrid finishing 18th in the league phase? Come on, guys. Real Madrid in the playoff is just brutal, if I'm being honest. But thankfully, we won the Bundesliga for the second time. And we've had, yeah, Van Ewijk has grown, Brown has grown a rating. And Martel is up to 85. Karabek has grown up 3 ratings, I do believe. So, yeah, decent growth in the team. Højlund was our top scorer with 25 goals. Fofana finally starting to score as well, so he is going to be safe in the team. 23 goals and 9 assists. 35 goal contributions from Karabek. Kjærgaard 7 goals, 12 assists. Andrés Santos 7 goals and 3 assists. So we have a lot of money in the bank. I will not use all of it. The only things I will do is just to improve the depth of the squad, as I do believe that can have an impact on how we do in the Champions League. Our new backup striker, it is Nick Woltemade from RB Leipzig for 34 million. We've signed a versatile new right back who can play as left back and center back as well. We've signed Joe Scully from Lens for 15 million. Our third and final signing of this transfer window, it is Lucas Gornay-Duat from RB Salzburg for 31 million euros. So it is of course the same starting 11 as last season, however we've improved the bench massively with new signing Joe Scully, 27 years old, 79 rated. Gornay-Duat, 26 years old, 82 rated. And also Woltemade, 82 rated and 28 years old. We of course have Reitz, Sulemana, Schade, who are all decent on the bench as well. But the team starting 11 is starting to look very good. We are seeing some growth in Martel, Van Ewijk and Brown, our weaker part in terms of ratings. Hence why I will just stick with the team, and I will probably stick with the team until we win the Champions League. Unless we have some players. No, we don't really have any players who are on the brink of going down in ratings either. So let's see if we can win another Bundesliga title and maybe the Champions League as well. Another season is gone, and another season we can't look at the table, which means we have lost another final, and it's another DFB Pokal final loss. We are yet to go into the Champions League final, so hopefully next season we will finally be there, as the squad is looking really good. And yeah, Van Ewijk and Brown are both up to 87. Our lowest rated players are 87 in the team. Our squad depth is very good, so I don't see any reasons why next year can't be our year. And Karabek is still showing his class. 36 goals, 10 assists. Fofana scoring 20 goals, getting 6 assists. Højlund still not scoring the goals I would like to see from him. 17 goals, 6 assists. Andre Santos also scoring 10 plus goals with 10 goals. Skjærgård getting 12 assists. And yeah, Martel getting 4 assists as well. Nothing spectacular about that. However, Van Ewijk probably has an injury since he's played so few games, but he has scored 4 goals from 36 appearances from right back, which is alright. But thankfully we won the Bundesliga. As we can see, we won it by 4 points, so it was pretty close, but not too close. Thankfully we beat Bayern. Super Cup, we also won that as well, destroying Frankfurt 5-1. The DFB Pokal, of course, won by RB Leipzig, beating us 1-0 in the final. And the Champions League was won by Man City, beating PSG on penalties. And where did we go out this time? We once again went out in the playoff round, and this time we met Inter. So yeah, we need to get through to the quarterfinals and semifinals. We are still yet to go to the quarterfinals. The best we've gone is round of 16 twice, I do believe. But yeah, we need to do better in the Champions League next season. And I will just keep the trust in that squad we have. I do believe we are good enough to win the Champions League with this team. So we will just go and simulate another season, and hopefully at the end we will be in the Champions League final and finally win it. We have won the Bundesliga multiple times. I don't think we won the DFB Pokal yet, despite going through 3 finals. So it would be nice to win that as well, but the main goal is the Champions League. And we have finally reached the Champions League final, and we will take on Olympique Lyon. So not the most difficult of opponents in the final, to be fair. We finished second in the league phase, although Lyon finished third, so they may have a super team. We of course then skipped the playoff. We won 4-0 on aggregate against Real Madrid, and in the quarterfinals we won 5-3 against Atletico Madrid, so we got our revenge on the both Madrid teams who have knocked us out earlier seasons. We won 2-1 against Man City, and we are of course in the final against Lyon. And did we win the Bundesliga again? Have we had success in Germany? We absolutely dominated the Bundesliga with just 1 loss. The Super Cup, we won that again. The DFB Pokal, we are yet to win it, I do believe, and we are of course in the Champions League final. And let's just take a quick look at the stats of our players. I've changed Højlund's role in the team from advanced forward to poacher, and let's see if it had an effect. I mean, yeah, he was our top goal scorer. He scored 10 goals in the Champions League, which is very good, 14 in the league, so an alright season by him. Karabek 22 and 9. Santos scoring 20 goals from central midfield. Fofana getting 15 goals and 10 assists, and Skjærgård getting a total of 20 goal contributions. So the stats of the players have been solid. Brown from left back getting 4 goals and 8 assists as well, very impressive. And this is of course the team that will take on Lyon in the final. Majewski is 91 rated, Van Ewijk 87, Theo 88, Kulerakis 89, Brown 88, Martel 88, Skjærgård 93, Santos 92, Fofana, former Lyon player, 92 rated, Karabek 91, and Rasmus Højlund at a whopping 93 rated. Let's play the final and let's win the trophy. And Lyon getting straight up the end attack, but Brown are winning the tackle, and thankfully we managed to clear it. We are on the attack now. Malik Fofana tries to find Rasmus Højlund. He gets the ball. He tries to get the shot off, but Dean Huijsen with a last-minute tackle. Leon finds Karabek, who makes the run. Karabek, can he score? Cuts in, shoots with his left, and it's an absolute beauty by Karabek, who's been here since the start. He's an original Hamburg player who's been on loan this season, and he gives us the lead in the Champions League final. Brown finds Fofana, who is playing against his former team Olympique Lyon. Of course, he gets all the time he wants. He can't find the net. Unai Simon makes the save. We got the ball still. Skjærgaard tries the shot, and he absolutely smashes it home. Hamburg are leading 2-0 against Lyon in the Champions League final. Lyon are trying to get an attack now. They tries the shot, but I don't concede that it was a way too weak shot for our goalkeeper to even consider letting that in. But they got another attack. Beyer, what can he do? He tries the shot, and this time it's a much better shot. And Lyon are back in it, and that is weak defending from us. Karabek to Malik Fofana. What can you do, Fofana? Does a fake shot. Andre Santos. Karabek. Can he get past the defender? He do so. He tries the shot, and the goalkeeper has to save that. But we don't care. We make it 3, and we are on the way to win the Champions League with a brace from Karabek. Lyon are putting the pressure on us right now, and Bruno Guimaraes, who's back at Lyon, tries the long-range shot. And Malik Fofana can use his pace. We are on the counter-attack, and that is a crazy long touch, but he still got it. Malik Fofana gets past one. What can you do, our number 7? Finds Karabek. We're looking for a hat-trick maybe. Karabek. He doesn't have the space to shoot. He does now. He tries the shot, but Unai Simon makes the save, and we have one last corner. Can we make it 4 just to... No, we cannot. But that is the Champions League final done. We've won 3-1 against Lyon. And here we have the trophy lift. Mertel, who is now our club captain, will lift the trophy. Hamburg have won the Champions League. And that is also the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe. And I will talk to you guys next time.